Hello and welcome to Pulse of Politics, where we bring you the latest and most important global stories. Why is the United States so interested in Greenland? Beneath the icy surface of this massive Arctic territory lies a strategic and economic battleground that could reshape global power. As the U.S. ramps up efforts to establish a stronger presence in Greenland, local leaders and residents are pushing back. But why is Greenland so important? And what does this geopolitical tug-of-war mean for the future? Today on Pulse of Politics, we break down the real story behind America's Arctic ambitions. The United States has long recognized Greenland's strategic value, but recent global developments have amplified its importance. Firstly, Greenland occupies a critical location between North America and Europe, making it a key asset for military defense. The U.S. already operates Thule Air Base in the far north of Greenland, the northernmost American military installation. This base plays a pivotal role in missile warning systems and space surveillance. Secondly, melting Arctic ice is opening up new shipping routes, cutting travel times between major world economies. Control over Greenland means influence over these emerging trade corridors. Thirdly, beneath Greenland's icy expanse lies a wealth of untapped natural resources, including rare earth minerals crucial for modern technology like smartphones, electric vehicles, and military equipment. With global supply chains under pressure, the U.S. wants to secure these resources to reduce reliance on foreign powers. But why is this issue escalating now? Analysts point to growing competition with China and Russia in the Arctic. Both nations are investing heavily in Arctic infrastructure and resource extraction, prompting Washington to reinforce its foothold. Despite U.S. ambitions, many Greenlanders are wary of increased American involvement. Greenland, an autonomous territory of Denmark, has a population of around 56,000 people. For decades, they have worked toward greater self-determination, and many see U.S. interest as a threat to their sovereignty. Local leaders have raised concerns about environmental degradation, cultural erosion, and the potential militarization of their homeland. Greenland's fragile ecosystem is already vulnerable to climate change, and large-scale mining projects could accelerate the damage. In a recent statement, Greenlandic Prime Minister Mute Borup Egede warned that decisions about Greenland's future must be made by Greenlanders. Activists and indigenous groups echo this sentiment, calling for sustainable development that prioritizes local voices over foreign profit. The 2019 revelation that former U.S. President Donald Trump considered purchasing Greenland only heightened local distrust. While that proposal was dismissed as unrealistic, it underscored Washington's strategic fixation on the Arctic. The U.S. push for influence in Greenland is not happening in isolation. Other global powers are closely watching these developments. China, for example, has sought to expand its Arctic influence through its Polar Silk Road initiative. Although it does not claim Arctic territory, China has invested in infrastructure projects across the region and sought mining rights in Greenland. Russia, which already dominates the Arctic militarily, has expanded its icebreaker fleet and established new military bases. This has raised alarms in Washington and NATO, as a militarized Arctic could heighten the risk of conflict. Meanwhile, Denmark, which retains formal sovereignty over Greenland, has adopted a delicate balancing act. While supporting Greenlandic autonomy, Denmark also recognizes the importance of U.S. defense commitments in the region. As the Arctic heats up, both politically and literally, the future of Greenland hangs in the balance. Experts believe that U.S. efforts to strengthen ties with Greenland will continue, but the success of these efforts hinges on building trust with local communities. Greenland's government is pushing for more control over its resources and a greater share of the economic benefits. Without meaningful collaboration, American ambitions could backfire, strengthening calls for full Greenlandic independence. At the same time, Arctic governance remains a complex issue. International bodies like the Arctic Council aim to foster cooperation, but rising geopolitical competition may undermine these efforts. In the coming years, decisions made in Nuuk, Washington, and Copenhagen will shape the Arctic's future and redefine global power dynamics. Whether the U.S. can strike a balance between its strategic interests and Greenland's aspirations remains an open question. The U.S. interest in Greenland isn't just about ice and minerals. It's about power, security, and the future of the Arctic. As this high-stakes battle unfolds, the voices of Greenland's people will be crucial in determining the region's destiny. What do you think? Should Greenland welcome U.S. investment, or should they resist foreign influence? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more breaking stories from Pulse of Politics.